Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to try something very important and try to build a boat without float. What I mean by that is I want to try to use no flotation blocks because I think there's a hidden flotation block that is not supposed to be a flotation block, but I want to try to use it as one. And this comes from a while ago. I built this for the Halloween themed dethrone. I built this spider web, and you may notice that this spider web floats. And apparently the pipe pieces, just metal pipes, apparently they float, or they can at least allow things to float. So if I go in here and I spawn in one of these tube pieces, you can see it actually seems pretty buoyant. So I want to find out how much boat can a two-piece float if a two-piece could float boats. Look at this. Look at this. It will stand on you. Ah, there we go. See, it can float me. So here's a go. Let's do a test here. Let's try to see how much tube can float a ship's wheel. So let's go at its finer resolution and just do these 1x1 tubes. And we're gonna add these to the ship's wheel until it floats. It's gonna end up floating upside down because, you know, physics. But obviously that's not enough. All right, I'm gonna triple it to start off with. I feel like this should work. All right, let's just hop out so we can watch it. Okay, there we go. That's actually pretty good. How much is a ship wheel? 30 kilograms. That is 30 kilograms of weight. What about two of them? That is buoyant. By two, I meant two sets of 8. So that's 16 pipe pieces. 16 1x1 pipe pieces can carry 30 kilograms. I think we're going to be able to build a wireframe boat, and that's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be really interesting. I want to try to make it look like a boat, but just be made of like pipe pieces. So it's going to be made of whole. It's going to be a holy boat. All right, so I guess let's try to build a dinghy. Let's do it dinghy style. This is probably going to be the worst boat we've ever driven. I'm gonna try not to rely on any like stabilizers or anything. I want this to be like as legit of a boat as I can make. So we're gonna start off. Let's just put a bunch of connection points underneath the seat, and then I guess like long two-piece going up here. We probably want more resolution than that. Like, just let's put these in here. Honestly, like, I'll offset the weight right now with that. Oh, these are not. Oh, they have to be this. Nope, this piece. All right, so this should float pretty well here. Let's add one of these to the back. What does this do? Okay, this is gonna be a very like probably not so buoyant boat. I think the big issue is going to be the weight of the outboard engine at the back. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? It's gonna make us flip over. I think the engine is gonna make us flip over. How much does an outboard engine weigh? I think weight distribution is only 12.5 kilograms. That's like not even half the weight of the seat. Okay, maybe we could balance out, have the seat closer to the front and then the engine closer to the back. So then the weight would be more in the middle, potentially. There we go. All right, see, now our weight's like right here. That's not bad. So does this float? Wait a minute, why is it doing that? Oh, because we have more buoyancy in the front. See, okay, now there's a problem. We have a center of mass, but we do not have a center of buoyancy, because where our pipe pieces are going to make a difference. All right, so I need like a front. I was thinking about making the front go up a bit here. I feel like the hydrodynamics are going to be terrible. How are we looking? Oh, no, not mirror mode. This. Okay. All right, at least this is like yellow here. Okay, so I'm thinking this is the front of the boat, and then we're gonna create like, you know, this perimeter of the boat here. I think this should. See, the problem is it's like up, so we're gonna be sinking down a lot. Unless we add more of this. I really wanted it to be more wireframey, but this just might be what needs to happen. There we go. Okay, this is starting to come together here a little bit. So we got that. Then we can use these elbow pieces and create our line that goes around the side. See, this is starting to take shape like a boat. This is starting to look boat-like. That's just gonna go back to there pretty much. Then we can copy this and paste it. Look at this, starting to look like a boat. Let's see how, does it float? Oh! I don't have steering on it yet, but this is already kind of good. So then can I have this go down? Oh, there needs to be like a merge piece. I kind of like that though. We'll just keep that like that. That looks pretty good. I'll have these go on either side. No, well, how do we steer? We need steering. Normally we would like turn the engine. Let's do that real quick. Let's add turning to the engine. And we need kind of like a rudder. I think we could attach one right here, like a keel almost. So I'll just put individual pipe pieces in here. And then get some T-pieces so we can attach like just a fin, which I think is going to help us with turning. Like one of these small tail fins, or two of these small tail fins. There and there. So let's get rid of seat leaning. Disable air control. That looks good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. How do we deal? Okay, I'm top heavy. All right, what if... I know this is probably risky. What if I move the seat down? I'm getting rid of a lot of buoyancy here. It feels a little bit more stable. It's kind of crazy that this works already. Here, I don't want it to be black right now. I want it to be ScrapMan red. All right, this is actually coming together way easier than I expected. Through the power of the secret buoyancy blocks. I'm just trying to figure out how to make, if there's any way I can make it more stable. You know what? Actually, seat control might actually help with that because we're leaning to one side. Okay, hold on. Let's stabilize back out a little bit. Seat control does kind of help initially, but then it doesn't. It helps us lean into the turn more, but then it eventually catches up to us, the off center of it. And it's like we just have a lot of weight above our main buoyancy contact with the surface. So you know what? I'm gonna add another layer. I'm gonna replace all of these with the more universal joint here. All right, so I got a lot more, oh, hold on, I missed some down here. I got a lot more buoyancy added though. There we go. All right, let's see how this feels. All right, I mean, we're higher up on the surface, but if anything, I don't know. We might be a little bit more top heavy now because now we've essentially raised our seat above the surface of the water, which is kind of a bad thing. Here, let me turn the waves off. Get a nice flat. You know, I'm actually a little bit front heavy now. I wonder if going a little bit more back heavy will stabilize us at all. I'm gonna move this back by just one right now. See if it feels noticeably different. Doesn't really feel that. I need to make a more extreme change. Working with the two pieces in this way is a little inconvenient. All right, that actually wasn't too bad of an adjustment. Oh, look at how centered we are now. That's actually pretty good. Ah, it's the turning. You know, I do feel like the problem is like it's shaped really nicely like a dinghy in my opinion, but the problem is these are just elevated up here, and they're supposed to be like that, but I think they need to be down here in order to contact the water to stabilize us out. Otherwise, we're kind of balancing on this ridge of a middle here. But it will kind of ruin the aesthetic to make those extend underwater for stability. I wanted it to look like a boat, but you can see like it tips over until that hits the water. And then it kind of stabilizes itself out. All right, I'm gonna try to add an extension down here in the water just to see what kind of impact it has on our stability. It's gonna have a big impact on our aesthetic, I'm pretty sure, but I just gotta see how necessary it is. Like, will it make that big of a difference that it's worth it? All right, there we go. And here we go. Is it more stable? It's very hard to tell. I mean, it definitely feels good enough. I mean, remember, we have no gyros or anything. Honestly, it feels like I lean more when I'm going straight now. Oh, okay, now I'm not leaning. Okay, like, see, like there, like I'm leaning when I'm not turning. Like this, it feels like I'm balancing like a motorcycle that's going too slow. Oh, let me save this. I'm trying to compare and contrast with and without those. So we got that, and we got this. So these are the two versions. I think this one looks cooler. Ah, it does feel very worse. I'm gonna turn off seat control again though, because the leaning feels a little bit too much now. Disable air control. There we go. Actually, I might not need those fins underneath. Okay, so now this is what that does. Let me delete the fins real quick and see if that makes a difference. I mean, I can still turn just fine without them. So that's a good sign. This isn't bad. I think I made my like personal standards too high. Like, there's nothing wrong with this, right? We have what I set out to do. Oh, this one doesn't have the streamlined pipes. I have to redo this now. But yeah, this one kind of succeeds at what I came here to do, which is create like a wireframe of a boat. I gotta admit, I've built much worse boats than this. This is not that bad. I built worse boats with flotation things. Like, these pipe pieces are kind of a hidden gem of flotation, to be honest. You know, it doesn't make sense, but it's not a bad experience to deal with. If you ever want a boat that don't make sense, use tubes to float. It actually doesn't take that much to overcome the weight of just your seat and your engine. I'm gonna try to build like a bit of like a mock like windshield thing, just to make it look even more like an official boat. This is actually probably gonna mess with the physics a little bit. There we go. How's that look? I think it looks a little bit better. Oh, you know what it needs? It needs cross section though in these parts. There we go. Just slightly more top heavy, but still works perfectly fine. Quick test. If I put tail fins right here, kind of looks cool, but turning is gone. What if I put these on steering? How many pointless tuning things can I do before I accept that I had already made what I wanted to make? Okay, this actually works pretty good though. Whoa, this is better. I think this is actually more stable. Like, the turning feels way more stable. Okay. I think we're onto something here. I like that. This thing is actually good now. That made a huge difference. It's got a wider turning radius, I think, a little bit. But, like, for a boat, it's realistic. Okay. There we go. A wireframe, like, boat with no flotation. I mean, technically no flotation pieces that are supposed to be flotation pieces. None of these pipe pieces, they're not under the they're not under marine, right? No, they are not under marine. Yeah, we are not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, but it's working. So what does that tell us? Is it wrong? Is it wrong if it's working? Oh, hold on. I see one thing that can improve. Pipe pieces are such a detail, like, oriented thing to work with. There's so many options to try to streamline everything. Like this little modification right here. And yeah, now everything is attached. I don't think I have any, like, unnecessary dead ends. I mean, these are kind of, like, I don't know what do I do with these things? Like, do I just, I don't know, like, I could do that. Kind of looks more natural. I don't know what to do with these ends here. Oh, you know, I could probably add like antenna. Is this gonna look weird or is this gonna look cool? I think it looks kind of cool. All right, success. No stabilization, just raw engine power and rudder control. And no flotation. A boat that shouldn't float, but it floats. And it drives like a boat. It boats. This boat boats with tubes. Doesn't take much tube to float a boat. So if you guys have any other random experiments you'd like to see in Trailmakers, let me know down in the comments below. The Frozen tracks are coming out soon, though, on the 20th. The release date has been announced, so we will have tank tracks next week. So looking forward. Let me know what kind of experiments you want with those, too. That's going to be a whole new genre of videos at that point. So looking forward to that. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.